Welcome to Canadian Innovators, the show that celebrates innovation, entrepreneurs, and the Canadian spirit. I'm Jocelyn, and every week we introduce a new entrepreneur or expert on the economy to tell their stories and unpack the challenges of keeping jobs in Canada, as well as discuss potential solutions for job growth and prosperity. Today on the program, we're going to step inside another blockbuster in the innovation space, Innovative Automation, which was established in 1989. For over 30 years, Innovative Automation has supplied manufacturers with custom automation equipment for assembling and testing car parts, medical, electronics, and consumer goods. In 2020, they introduced their first patented standardized product called the RoboTape, which is a revolutionary robotic system for the application of adhesive line products. Here to talk about their company is Steve Loftus, CEO, and Michael Lalonde, President. Steve Loftus is the founding partner of Innovative Automation. Steve has worked tirelessly to build Innovative from just 3 employees in 1989 to over 170 employees in 2022. His vision to be a high-quality manufacturer of custom automated systems has created a loyal customer base and allowed Innovative Automation and RoboTape to grow into what they are today. In his current role as CEO, Steve oversees the Innovative Automation group of companies, which includes Innovative, MechSmart Automation, and RoboTape. Michael Lalonde is the president of Innovative Automation and RoboTape. Since 2006, he has held various roles in Innovative and has been a key player in the success and growth of the company, and joined the ownership team in 2013. Mike led the Innovative Automation to create a research and development department, which under his direction saw the creation of Innovative's first patented product, RoboTape. Welcome to the program, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
So Steve, let's start with you. Tell us about your journey, what led you to Innovative Automation.
So back in 1989, myself and the other 2 founding partners, Paul Tyndall and Jim Carnegie, left our safe employment and ventured to start our own automation company. We had a business plan for the first 5 years that would include the manufacturing of small automation cells and test equipment. Our goal was not to exceed $50,000 kind of price tag on that equipment, so very small equipment at the time. Within our first 5 jobs, we had sold a project at $250,000, which included free issued robots, so the total value was about $400,000. And so we kind of had a change of direction, so which kind of describes Innovative. As much as we set out and set these 5-year game plans, we have never, ever came close to meeting them. We always exceed them substantially. So the next 5-year growth included moving into our own building. So we built a building. We had 17 employees. We were in that building for a couple of years, and then we took that 10,000 square foot building and it became a 28,000 square foot building. We stayed in that building until about 2000. Well, we stayed in that longer, but in 2014, we had exceeded the size of that building. So we had rented space and started down the journey to build the new facility that we're in now.
And we're going to get to that new building because we're going to see some pictures. But before we got about a minute left, Michael, tell us about how you got to where you are today and about the minute we have left.
Certainly. So it was a last minute decision on my part to go into engineering. And funny enough, I in my last year of high school had to make up some credits, get into engineering, and join the physics team. Innovative Automation was one of the corporate sponsors of our engineering club at the high school here in Barrie, and so that was my first taste of automation. From there, I started in designing automation equipment. Eventually, moved to Innovative in the sales role, and it's been onwards and upwards from there. It's been an exciting time seeing the growth.
And the rest, as they say, is history. So we're going to take a quick break, but when we get back, we're going to see a sneak peek behind the curtain of Innovative Automation Plant and see the systems that they make. So don't go away. You're watching Canadian Innovators, and we'll be right back after this message. Welcome back. You're watching Canadian Innovators. Joining me today is Steve Loftus, CEO, and Michael Lalonde, President of Innovative Automation. Gentlemen, you brought with you some images of your new plant. Steve, could you walk us through what we're seeing here?
Yeah, so this is our new location at 625 Wellham Road in Barrie, Ontario. What we've done here is built a purpose-built building that suits the needs of a custom machine builder. It in total encompasses 88,000 square feet. It has self-contained machine shop, self-contained panel shop, material prep areas, and then what we refer to as an assembly hall. In addition to that, we have 2 floors of offices, both on the south side and on the west side of the building, that contain all of our engineering, sales, application, purchasing, and programming people that are required to build our automation equipment.
Very impressive. Michael, we also brought some video of the machines at work. So could you walk us through and explain what Innovative Automation and Robotape is used for? We can see some of it happening right here in the video.
Absolutely. So our core business has always been custom automation equipment. So in easiest terms, tier 1 automotive manufacturers will come to us with the assembly that they're producing for one of the OEMs and get us to build that equipment that's going to assemble that within their plants. So that's always been our core business. What you're seeing in the video here is our Robotape product, as mentioned in the intro, our first patented product that we released. So we saw a need in the market. We had some projects where we were doing custom automation for some of these tape application processes. We saw an opportunity to dedicate some resources to really cracking the code on a standardized product for applying adhesive line products. So that could be 2-sided tapes or foam tapes like you're seeing in the video currently. So it's a complementary product to the custom machines we build, because this product still needs to be put onto an industrial robot and integrated into a custom assembly process that could have other operations.
Very, very neat. Great innovation. So this would replace somebody manually putting those tapes onto a piece of equipment. So
Exactly.
You're saving manpower and speeding up the process as well. Remarkable. So,
and improving quality.
It is a remarkable success story. Steve, I'd like to go back to you, and I'd like to find out, what is the key to Innovative Automation success, in your opinion?
So one of our keys, that principles of this business right from the start, was we focus on total cost of ownership. So not so much the price that we sell goods at, but what does it cost to actually own the equipment over the life of the equipment? So there's the purchase price is part of it, but then there's the maintenance piece and the quality of products that we're getting off our equipment. It's the uptime of the equipment. So we really focus on that. And the customers that we have, because we sell that way, once we typically get into those customers, we have them as customers for life. We don't turn over customers. We're not like one and done. We're one and forever type thing with these customers. Some of them we've had since 1990. And we continue to supply these people. And part of the growth of our business is to get into new customers, supply them, show them what we can do, and then create that strong relationship that allows them to succeed in the marketplace. Because if they're watching cost of ownership, they're generating more profit, so they're getting more market share.
So I'm hearing from a lot of innovators and business owners that skilled labor is a huge challenge. Michael, are you facing that, and what are you doing to overcome it?
We're absolutely facing that. Majority of our staff is made up of engineers and tradespeople. So we've been living that for a long time, and it's certainly not getting any better. What we're trying to do is find innovative ways to combat this challenge. We're looking at ways that we can take people that are looking at transitioning into retirement. How can we get some senior leadership in some of these skilled areas? And maybe it's not the traditional 40, 50 hour work week, but it's individuals that want to work certain months of the year or want to work a few days a year. So we need to adapt. We need to find new ways to maximize the skills, the people with the skills that we do have. So we're constantly finding new ways.
Well, we need to take a quick break. Don't go away. We're watching Canadian Innovators. Welcome back. My guests today are Steve Loftus, CEO, and Michael Lalonde, President of Innovative Automation. So, gentlemen, innovative automation really stepped up during the COVID pandemic, and you folks went from development to delivery in weeks versus months to produce face shields. Michael, can you tell us about what it was like during those times?
It was pretty hectic. It was actually our head of our group leader for our research and development team approached me. It was March 19th and approached me with ideas on how he thought that we could help the pandemic. So he looked at some of the products that were needed, that there were sourcing challenges, identified face shields as one of those products that we could produce. And so from Thursday, by Sunday, we had a first prototypes, figured out how we could, where we could source material, how we could assemble them. Tuesday, we met with local hospitals, procurement departments, and showed them our prototypes. By Thursday, we had, so this is 1 week later, we had orders for 150,000 face shields. So by the Saturday, we had our first production run. The following Monday was a full scale. And by the following Monday after that, we were 6 new hires and we were starting to run 2 shifts. And those hires were made up. This is during the period, as everyone remembers, lots of layoffs and whatnot. So it was an opportunity to help our staff by offering friends and family the opportunity to come in and work for a Barrie's living wage and work on this assembly line.
Just a remarkable story, and Canadians absolutely stepped up to meet the needs during the pandemic. Gentlemen, I know almost every Canadian firm is getting heavily recruited to move to the United States. They have sent teams up to court and tell about the incentives that are offered. Steve, I'm sure when I look at all of the things that you've created that you're being heavily recruited, what's your experience?
Yeah, so it's not just the U.S. We're in the global play. So as much as there is recruitment out of the United States, there's equal or more recruitment out of Europe. So it's an interesting time, and we do have people reaching out every week trying to entice us to either sell and become part of a group or to relocate to other locations. And part of what keeps us grounded here is part of our mission statement is to lead locally. And I think it's really important for the local economy to see the fruits of the successes within our community so that we can give back where our employees live. So, we're generating profits. We're using those profits to either grow our business or help within our community. The problem is when you're a multinational, those profits go back to a headquarters somewhere else, and they really have minimal impact on our community other than the employment they create. And there's nothing wrong with the employment, but I think there's an opportunity for Innovative to do much more locally by being locally owned. So, that's part of our mission. That's part of, when you kind of get into tough times, you kind of look back at those core values you created for yourself and you use those as your driving force to make decisions. And, that's where we're at now. So, every week I'll listen to the offers, but I'm not really, at a point in my life or a point in Innovative's time where I think, a sale or a relocation is what is best for Barrie and for Innovative.
And I see that all the time. I see small to medium-sized business have such a connection with both their employees and their community. So it's heartwarming to see. But Michael, let's talk to you about what the challenges are of operating a business in Canada. And we just have a minute left.
Certainly. We talked about the skilled labor shortage, but even our customers, it's driving demand for our products, for the automation equipment, because it's not just skilled labor; it's now all labor. Our customers cannot find people that want to work a factory job, so that's driving the need to automate more. And as more stuff gets reshored, they need to automate that to remain competitive. So it's a real a lot of pull on us to find resources to be able to fill those needs. So we really need to work on getting people interested in, having a new perspective on the manufacturing sector. And I've heard the term "make it sexy."
Yeah. So you folks took lemons and made into lemonade, which is great. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Canadian Innovators, and we'll be right back on News Forum Network. We're back. We are joined today by Steve Loftus, CEO, and Michael Lalonde, President of Innovative Automation, which is a phenomenal company. Gentlemen, this is my favorite part of the show. Every week I ask my guests if they were a politician, what 3 things they would do to grow jobs in the economy in Canada. Gentlemen, you're on the hot seat. Let's start with you, Steve.
Okay, so the first thing is, I think there needs to be a continued investment in technology, because these technologies, when developed and the patents are put in place, the IP is protected, give Canada a huge advantage in the global marketplace. So if we apply that to Robotape, this is going to give us an opportunity to take a product from Barrie, Ontario, and take it to the world, so that it creates those jobs, those high-paying positions in Barrie, and then the government is able to recapture that investment in technology through the employment that's created in this area, and the investments in homes and construction. So that all is a big snowball for the economy. So there's those things. Access to cash to grow your business. This is another piece, that happens as you grow business. When you go through rapid growth periods in time, you actually chew up a lot of your operating capital to do that. And being creative with ways to assist and make sure that funding's available to grow the companies that are going to be successful is absolutely critical. So those in my mind are kind of the big 2 that have to help or have to happen. The education portion of our young people, so that we drive interest in technology, particularly for us. But it's not just technology workers that we're talking about to run a business. We need accounting people. We need salespeople. There's a vast array of backgrounds of people it takes to run a business. People typically talk about technology because that's what we are as a company, but there's a whole other support structure that goes on to make a successful business.
And certainly it's a spoken wheel, not only just inside your business, but outside, because typically small to medium-sized business outsource everything from the accountant to the coffee truck. So you see the impact on the economy. Okay, Michael, you're up. What would you do?
Not a ton to add to what Steve's already mentioned there, but just to touch on the labor portion, a couple aspects to that. Obviously, immigration is a fast method to help that, to get some of the skills into the country that we require. But to make that reasonable, we need some affordable housing as well to attract people to areas like ours. So that's an important component to it, and that's a very dynamic situation where we need to get the federal and provincial governments working together on that issue. And then the getting people educated is one thing, but it's culturally changing it. When I was young, I remember it was kind of, if you were a certain marks in school, you were going to university. That was it. But I know a lot of people that they would have been much better going into a skilled trade or going to a college and doing something hands-on. So we need to have a cultural shift where that's very accepted and looked favorably upon to go into those careers.
Absolutely. We need skilled labor so that we can build things. Steve, I got 1 minute left. I'm going to give you the last word. What's on the horizon for innovative automation?
Well, we just purchased another automation company. So you talked about the acquisitions or the move to the States. We've just purchased another automation company located within Central Ontario, Mech Smart Systems. And our plans here is to actually get that company righted and get it into a growth pattern so that it can be very successful and fill a void in the new market area for employment, creating employment opportunities there and some growth opportunities.
Well, great stuff, folks. The company is Innovative Automation, amazing technology. Thank you both for joining me today on Canadian Innovators. Just an amazing story.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's all the time we have today. Thanks to my guest, Steve Loftus, CEO, and Michael Lalonde, President of Innovative Automation. Automation is the key to success for manufacturing Canada. We must make sure that we preserve and grow our manufacturing base with good policy to retain talents and create competitive environment for job growth and prosperity. I'm Jocelyn Bamford. Thank you for watching Canadian Innovators.